Hi vlog. So today is the day after my birthday, and I was thinking that I shall do on the store. Okay, so yesterday was my birthday, and I wanted to do like a birthday special, and I did it, and then I didn't like the result. So here am I, telling the story again. This is going to be a little story time slash blog, because I was just gonna do like the blog, but then I think some of the parts, there were many videos missing like from that blog. So I decided to do a story time on how I almost died. Yeah, I almost died from a very like horrible accident. And it was very traumatic, but like that's gonna be my birthday special. So yeah, I almost died. Let's start there. No, let's finish there. No, that's like the middle of the story. I got a shoulder surgery from that accident, and that's what the mini blog is gonna be about, because like I'm just gonna put all the clips that I have from like the surgery day, because I don't think I even like finished to like, oh, and I'm recording this on like the cinema mode. But yeah, let me know what you think about it. So everything started on my birthday. That's September 9th, which was yesterday. But like last year's September 9th, and it was a Friday. And the next day we went to a farm, and I was due to go on the afternoon with my mom, because I wasn't feeling well at all. My birthday was great, but it wasn't like the best birthday ever. But it was great. We were gonna go to hang out with my family tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but like the day after my birthday. And I was like, okay, mom, like I don't feel like waking up early. I'm gonna go with you. And then she was like, okay, I'll pick you up, because I'm gonna be working, because she was going to be working. That's why she was going to leave in the afternoon. So she was like, okay, I'm going to pick you up, just be ready. And the next day, I listened to all the noise that my family were doing about leaving. I was like freaking, like I'm gonna go, I'm gonna wear the same clothes as yesterday, like let's go right now. And then we went. I remember I had like some pizza for breakfast, and while I was having breakfast I was watching, and like this is going to be like important for later, but I was watching some true crime like YouTube videos, and then like YouTube recommends you like a list of stuff. So from there I picked some like other videos, and I landed on a video of like Princess Diana's death, and all that like thing that surrounded her death, and how she basically died like for not wearing a seatbelt. The seatbelt thing just really resonated on my heart and on my mind. I was like, okay. And then we left, and like the road like to get there was a little bit like sloppy, like not like sloppy, but like treacherous. It was like the road wasn't good at all. And then we arrived, and we were talking with my family, and we were having a great time. Then I had to do some homework, because I was on the mood of being a very responsible student for the year. So I was doing my homework here in the back of this car, and I finished doing my homework, and then my mom calls me, and she's like, and I have zero sense of orientation. If I know the place that I'm in, I know how to I know where to go and how to survive, like north and south. Like I know the basic things for my survival, but I can't help anyone in a lost situation. I wish I could, but I can't. My mom calls me. She's like, where's the place? I'm lost. And I'm like, I don't know, call someone else. I'm gonna send you my exact location, but like, I don't know. And then I sent like the location to her. And I was like, and then I freaked out, so I like hang up on her. And then she calls me again. She was like, "Where are you, Alejandra?" And I was like, I don't know. Where am I, mommy? I honestly don't know. And I was like, call somebody else because I can't help you, mom. Like, I'm so sorry. And then she's like, okay, like, whatever. And then she called, and then, like, we hang up again. And then she calls, like, a cousin of ours. And then she's like, oh, you have to come this way. And my mom was freaking out. My mom's, is not the most patient person on the planet. So she was like, okay, I'm gonna try once more. She couldn't. And then like we were waiting for her and we were like, oh my goodness, where's my mom, where's my mom, where's my mom? And I was like chatting with some friends, and then some of my cousins were going to go to look for her, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go too. And she's my mom and I'm an only child, so like I'm gonna go. And then I went and we were trying to find her. We couldn't, and I was like, no, but maybe she went to that hill or whatever, like maybe she's like over there, and we couldn't find her. And then we were going back, and we weren't in this car, we were in a total different car, and I wish I could put some pictures of the car. I do have these beautiful pictures that I took that day. Like, I don't have pictures, I do have pictures of the car, but it was not like our car, and I don't want to be like disrespectful, so I'm not gonna put them online for now. I was in the back. My two cousins were passenger seat, and on the driver's seat something happened with this car. Well, not with this car, but like with the car, and we stopped. And then when we could like turn on the car again, we went ahead. I was on this spot, but like on the back of the car. So I was on the back, and then I was just trying to get some sleep. And then I put on the seatbelt because I remember the video that I saw in the morning, and I just put on the seatbelt, and then I was trying to sleep. And while we were going back, I remember thinking like, oh my goodness, what if my mom what if she rolled with her car from one of these cliffs? And I was like, oh my goodness, I don't want her to have rolled like from one of these cliffside. And I was freaking out. And then I closed my eyes for a little bit, and I just feel this, and I was so annoyed. And then I thought of getting out of the car, but then I felt this, and then I knew it was almost over for me. Okay, what happened is that the car went against a wall, and then in those seconds that I was annoyed and that I wanted to get out of the car, the car slided on the mountain, and then it went on, it rolled on the cliffside. And the moment that the car did this, I already knew in my heart what had happened. We almost rolled into a rocky part of that cliffside, but we didn't. We rolled on a part that was full of plants and trees and a lot of soil and a lot of vegetation, which is what at the end saved our lives. I remember rolling. When I was rolling, I remember that I was so scared because I was thinking, I don't want this to have happened to my mom. I want her to be not I want her to be okay. And while we were rolling over, a lot of things happened. I felt myself moving all kinds of directions, and I also had my cell phone in my hand, in my left hand, and I didn't want to let go of my cell phone. I was holding on to my cell phone as I was holding on to life. All that I was thinking about, apart of the things that I'm already telling you, was don't faint. Don't faint, because if you faint, you're probably not gonna wake up. Then I feel my right arm and my right leg going out of the window like that, and then coming back with my right leg and my right arm. And then my arm comes back, it lands in this position, and it wasn't going to leave that position for months. I was holding on to my cell phone, and then like 2 rolls after my arm and my leg went out of the window, I let go of my cell phone. I was like, okay, I'm gonna die. And luckily I didn't. And then like 2 rolls after I let go of my cell phone, the accident stopped. Then my cousins, like, they got off of the car and they were like, okay, calm down, like everything is gonna be fine, everything is gonna be okay, we're gonna take you out right now. And they tried to do so, like, from like the back, from like the back of the car. Like the car landed with this part like looking up to the sky, so they were trying to get me out, but we couldn't, so I had to come in between these 2 like headrests and then get out from this window, which was so hard because my arm was hurting a lot. So I had to come out. They helped me getting out of the car, and I started walking like up. So my plan was climbing all the mountain. That was my plan. There were some people that heard the accident, and they like fastly they came down, and they helped us going to like, and they helped us because there was a path to exit like the place we were in, and to go like again to the road. Then we went with these people, and they helped us. And then the first emergency service that arrived was the firefighters, which were the ones that healed and treated this like wound, because this was a wound. And then my family arrived, because while we were going up the hill, we stopped to call someone. Because by this point, one of my cousins already found my cell phone. And I was like, my cell phone should be like here nearby. And I was trying to call my Aunt Ro and my grandpa. And I was trying to call them, and like the signal wouldn't work. So I was like, let's go, we need to get out of here, like before the adrenaline like starts to like pipe down. And then everyone arrived, like all the family that was gathered, and then the paramedics arrived. And I remember like being on the like firefighter's car, I was crying my eyes out, I was sobbing, because the night before, Agus and Mar, my babies, couldn't come to my birthday party because they were like sick. I was like, I love these kids with my heart and soul, and I almost died without hugging them. They went to my house to like see how I was doing, like a week after this whole incident happened. And I found that very like ironic. But then continuing with the story, like the emergency services arrived. It was a lot of crap, because like the paramedics arrived, the ambulance arrives, and they're healing my wounds. And I was like, I need to go to a hospital. When we arrived to the hospital, everyone was nice, everyone was working so well, until people started joking around. I think there was like a doctor making like some kind of jokes with a nurse, and I was like, dude, not right now, not in front of me, not in front of my crisis, not here. And then well, they left because like their shift was over, but like whose shift wasn't over was this goddamn nurse. I hate her. This nurse, I will never forget her, but not because she was a great nurse. She was a total a-hole. I also like found out that she was like calling some kind of racial slur to like a physiotherapist that also works on that hospital. So she's not a great person. She's not a great nurse. I don't know her name, because if I knew her name, I would have said her name. I just don't like racist people. Then I had to run some tests, And like for example, here's I'm gonna give you a good example of a cold, dry, good professional. So I had to get them some x-rays, and my arm was like in this position, and then they had to put it on this position, and that was so painful, and I was crying. I couldn't breathe. This x-ray doctor, he was so cold. He was super dry, but he was a good professional, because he was like, okay, I know this is gonna hurt. I need you to breathe, and I need you to exhale while I'm moving your arm or whatever. And that's a good example that you don't have to be the happiest, kindest person, but you can at least not be an a-hole. They gave me a room. There was a nurse. She was very, very nice. And the following morning, a doctor went to see what was going on. A traumatologist. Oh my goodness, his name is Diego Torres. He needs to retire. I'm sorry, sir. Like, I don't think you'll ever watch this, but like, I'm sorry, your time has passed. You need to retire. You're not a good doctor, because you didn't even give me like a good diagnosed, because his diagnosis was wrong. I needed a lot more of tests to be done. He didn't order like those tests to be done either. Like, he's just not a good doctor anymore, and he's not nice. I was mistreated as a person, as a patient. And the like resident that was in charge of me and my situation, she was also, I don't remember her last name. Her name was Diana, I think. I hate that people, my goodness. She was so rude. She was so unprofessional. She wanted to kick me out of my room before I was totally well. And I hope she learns to do better. Like, no, I don't like that people at all. Then I went to my house. I was not feeling okay. I missed like 2 months of class, and then the week after I went home, we went to another doctor that told me that I had to get some surgery. We had to go to the capital. We found this doctor right here. He's the best traumatologist that I've ever met. He's super professional. He's good at his job. He's one of the best doctors that I've found. He's super nice. Patricio Villegas. Yeah, like, he helped me so much, and he gave me my shoulder surgery. I had my surgery, and here's the mini vlog from the surgery. Okay, hi vlog. Hi vlog. I'm here at the hospital, and I'm gonna get surgery. It's not my so wanted nose job, so I'm gonna have my shoulder surgery. I'm kind of nervous. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm kind of nervous. Like, part of my shoulder is broken. I have a heel sacs fracture, and yeah. I'm gonna be updating you. Like, the surgery is really, really simple, but I'm a little scared. So I'm going to the room, so I can get ready for surgery. And I'm in a wheelchair. And I know about my skirt and my jacket. Like, I know they don't match. Like, one's blue, one's green. Like, they should match, but they don't. But yeah, I'm gonna go get ready for surgery. And then I really wish with all my life that I could film while in surgery, but I'm gonna be asleep, so I can't. We're going to my room, and I just figure out that my vlog is gonna be really weird edited, because I always film like very short clips, but it's fine. Ooh, 111. Hi vlog, I'm here in the hospital room. Here in this bracelet is all my personal data. I don't know what to say. Here is the view. Okay, back on. I had the surgery and then I had to go to rehab. Rehab was hard. The first place that I went to specialized from like the waist down below, and my problem was in my shoulder. I was being treated so well, but it wasn't working, because when we went to like the next appointment, the doctor was like trying to see how my arm was like evolving, and it wasn't great. If it wasn't getting better, I would have to go to like the operation room again, and they would have to like move my arm while I was like asleep. So we did not want that, so we changed like and this is the physio that was called the racial slur from that nurse's side. Yikes. But she's so nice. Like the physiotherapist is so nice. She's so talkative. She's an extrovert. She's so lovely. I loved gossiping with her. But then we went to another like physiotherapy, and this one did work. And this is kind of like, this part of the story is really funny, because the doctor was moving his arm, and he was like, okay, it's better, but we should be moving it more, but it's good, like we won't have to go to the operation room again. And then like he had the idea of doing the same movement, but like with my left arm, and then he felt that this arm was also stiff, and he was like, oh, so you're like a very like, so your arms are stiff, and he was like, oh, so this arm is fine, like it's great, you're great, you're making a great progress. And the aftermath was kind of hard. I was full of bruises everywhere. My legs were full of scratches. My arm has a really big scar. I'm so grateful and I'm so lucky to be alive, but like my leg have like a lot of scars. My body was so freaking bruised. Sleeping was awful. I lost like a month and more of like glasses. My life started to fall apart little by little. Started to take not the best decisions that I could have. Today is a year from that day, and it did change my life. It changed my perspective on life, and honestly, I am grateful that happened, because my life is so great right now. I am tired of that process, because it was so excruciating. I'm in my senior year now. I had a no job, which is something that I always wanted since I was like 12. I do want to get out of school as fast as I can. So yeah, today is a year from the accident, and I just want to let go of it. And I don't have any traumas on the car, which I think it's cool. But I do want to let go of it, and I think that it's a great time to do it, like a year from when it happened. Thank you, blog, for being here with me, for listening to this transformative experience. You can tune in. I promise I will be more active from now on, because I have like a ton of edited, unuploaded archive vlogs that I've done. You can tune in every Saturday, because I do like to upload things on Saturdays. You can follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on TikTok, you can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me everywhere you want, and you can follow me on YouTube. Thanks, blog, for joining, and I promise that next Saturday you'll have a blog. I do promise. Thanks for listening. Bye, blog.